Frank Ragnow of your Detroit Lions. You are now tuning into the official new hotness, the One Pride podcast presented by ISN. This is your source for all Detroit Lions news, rumors, pre- and post-game day breakdowns. Go Lions.
And what is going on, YouTube? This is your host for tonight's show, Mr. MicroMike, and today we got a great show for you tonight. Very enthusiastic. We're riled up from the floor up to the top. It's going to be exciting, and I am ready to get into it. And I'm here with the two men of ISN, one being Mark Orem from Orem's Forum. What's going on, Mark?
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing out there, man? Let's talk some football. Let's get into it today.
Now, we're going to get into it because we got a live show. We're lit up right here. Dern, what's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? I feel like I haven't been on in a long time, but I'm glad I'm here. Let's go.
Because you haven't been on in a long time. It feels like it's been forever.
Me too, man.
Feels like it's been forever. I missed last week because of my tooth, and I am happy to not miss out on this week. But before we get to the show, we always got to talk to the folks in this chat, and we got Ote Champ. What's going on, Ote? I appreciate you always in here. We got SportCon89, Trista, Kimber. You need to be at work. Darren Man, what's going on, Darren Man? We also got Spartacus, Mackey's World. Hey, welcome there, Mackey's World. Patchy Cole, Sour YT. We got Justin May, the rapper. What's going on, Justin? Clayton's Awesome Videos. Tommy Craig, welcome to the show. And we got I'm telling you right now, so much stuff has happened this week. I'm on fire. I'm lit up. I'm ready to get this thing going. I definitely am. And we're just going to get straight into this show. And we're going to get to the news and rumors of the show. At the end of it, you know, like we like to do, we like to go ahead and go to the mailbag segment. But before we do all that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that big like button. We got 21 in the chat. I want to see 21 likes because we got 17 right now. But the Lions, we got some stuff going on here. Swift was limited in practice. Kenny Golladay no-go in practice. Mark Orem from Orem's Forum. What do you think about this?
Well, with Golladay, man, I'm not too shocked. I'm not shocked at all, man. He's missed. This is going to be like over a month now. Fourth, fifth game in a row. This hip injury must be real bad because they didn't put him on IR, and I thought he was coming back in 3 weeks, but it doesn't look like that. Yeah, exactly, Dern. I don't know what's going. I don't want to, it's all about the speculation. Is this real or is it not? You know what I mean? It's too hard to figure out from my point of view, but I'm not smart enough to figure that out. So, I think he's legitimately hurt. I guess I'm going to roll with that, man. I know he had problems with Quinn and all this, but if he's not healthy, don't come back. And then with Swift, we got to be really, really careful with the kid, man. We have to be careful with him. If he's concussed, if he's not good, Adrian Peterson came out last week and said, hey, this kid ain't right. This kid ain't right in the meeting rooms. He's this, he's that. We got to get him we got to get him 100% healthy. And that's what we just need him to be healthy. You know what I mean? Golladay, I'm kind of on board with, you know what I mean? I'm used to it by now with Golladay, but with Swift, we got to be really careful with this. It'd be nice to get him back though, man. We really need him for this game.
We need Swift back. Swift is the integral part to this offense. Dern, what do you make of this news?
I just do not want Swift to turn into Javid Best. I wanted Javid Best when he came out. We drafted him. I was so happy. And he just had concussion problems. And I do not want Swift to turn into a Javid Best. So if we need to sit him for the rest of the year, sit him, because I'd rather have his career be long than to throw him in the fire again. For Golladay, it's all depends on what you believe. We don't really know, but it is what it is. I mean, we're winning without him now. I guess we'll do what we can.
Yeah, you want to have a long career. Everything is good when it's long. If you got to
my wife.
Size does matter. And we're talking NFL football here in career. You want to have a long size. You don't want to end up like Javid Best or retiring early like Barry Sanders. What's going on, Frog Crop? Welcome. Hey, Dr. Detroit with the cool A avatar, Nathan Bush. Welcome, E-Dog, the Grid Iron Blitz, Haters House, Andrew Lutzford Sauer, Vastarwin the Beast. Welcome. But yeah, we want to have a nice long career for Swift. Hopefully he returns though on Sunday. We need him versus the Green Bay Packers. We need to be able to control the clock. We need to control this clock, and we need to get this thing keeping Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. How do you do that, folks? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do, Mark? How do you keep folks on the sideline? How do you keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline?
Run the football.
That's right. You got to run that football, and we need DeAndre Swift to do that. Look, Adrian Peterson, he's done okay. He's filling in. Kerryon Johnson has done nothing but a turd in a bucket right now. So if we can have him at least on there, and you're about to say something, Mark, go ahead.
Well, we might have to rely a little bit on Jonathan Williams because I know Kerryon's got that knee issue right now. I think he was good today. I think he went a full practice today, and he's got no really injury designation on him. But we could see some Jonathan Williams in there on Sunday. We
could see some Jonathan Williams. We could, but it doesn't look like Kenny Golladay is going to play.
No.
So we may not need to see some Kenny Golladay again. But you want to know what makes me say, okay, it may not be too bad. Chicago Bears defense is actually pretty good. We put up 34 points on them. And guess what? Sanu, he's starting to help out this offense, Mohamed Sanu. So I think that he could really help out as well. Cephas is starting to step up, Dern. What do you think that we can do to help out the loss of Kenny Payday?
Yeah, you just don't know because Kenny Golladay is a pretty big talent. But that's what you got to do with these remaining games, find out what you have. Because I saw this stat that we have the hardest schedule for the last 4 games.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Which is very, very unfortunate. But, I mean, this is the time where you need to find out what you have with the rest of your guys. So I want to see more Cephas.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to see this.
Yeah. You need with Golladay out, they said it was a hip flexor, so go flex that hip, do whatever you need to do.
Exactly. Go flex it out, bro.
Hey, we got to have a long career for Swift, and we don't want those hips to be flexed out.
Right.
Everything long, when it comes to hips, you make sure that it's stretched out properly. We don't need no broken arrow going on here.
Stretch it out, buddy. Stretch it out.
Got to stretch that bad boy out. And talking about stretch, an unnamed Lions coach said Patricia is a dictator.
Jeez. Wow.
There.
That's crazy, man.
And Marvin Jones is happy that he is gone. Let's talk about dictator Matt Patricia there, Dern. What do you think about an unnamed coach saying this? It's not a player, it's a coach.
Well, didn't AP just tweet out that football is fun again while he's gone? So everything's coming out. They're not scared to say it. And
it's always coming out.
They said everything is different now that Bevell is running the show instead of Patricia. They're dancing at practices, everything. It's not do this, do that, do this. It's like have fun while you're doing your job. So everything's changing.
What's going on, Everything King? Welcome. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Brenton Hickman. And if I have not shouted you out, you just got to let me know. But we appreciate everyone stopping in. Pat Patricia, dictator, Mark Orem from Orem's Forum. What do you got to say about it? It's not a player, it's a coach.
That's insane, man. Of all the words to use as dictator, like holy, like you know what I mean? That's just like only in Detroit, man. Only dictator? Like, that's bad, man. That's just it just keeps getting worse and worse for Matty P. As like, every day, it's like I wake up to something new about this guy, man. It's either a player and now it's coaches. Like he ran, just like Dern said, Adrian Peterson just tweeted, now we're having fun. Don't forget, Adrian Peterson a few weeks ago said the same kind of thing on a tweet. Remember? He was like, I thought football was supposed to be fun. Obviously, that was shot at Patricia, and he just never really elaborated on top of that. So it's like this whole regime with Patricia, was just okay. He's businesslike. He wanted to win, but he was the ultimate non-players coach. Yeah. He was just not a guy you could go to for any type of just like compassion to talk to. He was probably unapproachable in that aspect. He's just business. That's it. We don't need that here in Detroit. We already seen with Bevell, they were high-fiving, they were dancing on the sidelines, like Dern said, doing things, smiling, like you know what I mean? It looked like a different atmosphere last Sunday against the Bears. And then you're hearing things more and more from players saying how more relaxed and carefree they are as players. It's just crazy to hear. Now from coaches, it's nuts.
Yeah, when I heard about this dictator, instantly what came to my mind is Russian music and Joseph Stalin marching. Like you did, covering up Chernobyl and stuff like that. Unreal. I mean, it must have been bad. It's not a player, and I am so happy this clown's gone. Oh. I'm telling you right now, this guy, he was so bad. He was so – when you have coaches complaining about your coaching style, that means that's the moment you know you up, okay? When you have coaches complain, not players. We're not talking about players. We're talking about coaches here.
Well, Allen Iverson there, yeah.
The guy that he brought in. So this guy, this dude's a dictator, man. You know, Joseph Stalin going on here, marching, and –
You see what everything King said?
What every kid he said? Kim Jong Patricia, Kim Jong Patricia,
Kim Jong.
God, he's trying to get some long range missiles here, but Kenny Galladay's been down, so all I could do is short range missiles with Danny Amendola.
That's it, man.
I knew at the moment that he was gone that the Lions would get better, and you could see players coming out again like Marvin Jones Jr. He's having fun. The teams are having fun. It's the best time he's had since Patricia's been here. Man, what do you think about that? Do you think the players are really taken to Patricia being gone and Bevell bringing in? Is that why we helped get that W, Mark?
Yeah, well, you know, the W itself, man, it was kind of one of those SOL wins, man. Like, you know what I mean? Get beat up, come back, lose a bit, man, get blown out in the third and kind of come back in the fourth. The win itself wasn't as impressed as it was with the communication it looked like on the sideline during that game. You saw Bevell communicating with people. He was literally talking to people, talking to his coaches, talking to players, getting on guys, good and bad. You could see it. Patricia would literally stand on the sideline 10 feet away from his guys and not communicate with nobody, with his head like this, with his head tilted to the side, like he was just too good for everybody. Like, man, you're not doing this for me. I'm just going to go over here because I just can't talk to you guys right now because you guys just pissing me off.
Because Bevell, it's different. I am all that is smart.
That's right. What it is, man. He's one of those guys, man, that are one of those geniuses that are unapproachable. He's like a socially awkward guy. I bet you can't have a conversation with that guy because he's probably looking down upon you like you're nothing. He just seems like that type of guy.
When you said socially awkward, I think of someone putting cameras in a bathroom stall.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a whole different socially awkward.
I mean, the dictator, right? He probably did.
He's
probably did. Yeah.
I noticed something.
Antonio Hightower's in the building. Antonio Hightower, what do you think about Matt Patricia being a dictator?
I mean, I'm not really surprised. I mean, there's a lot of coaches that are actually dictators when you really think about it. Perfect example, you know, Bill Belichick is probably a great example of a guy who's a dictator. And it only works for him because he's winning, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason it works. Another example of a dictator is Nick Saban is like a great example of a dictator.
Yep.
But for them, it really only works because they're winning. Now you can ask why they're winning, but hey, I mean, it's different coaching styles. You know, they make it work for them. Not everybody can make that work for them. I think it also depends on what your actual personality is, because like here's my always thought about Patricia, especially in his first year, because one of the things you heard about his first year and his second year, he kind of softened up. Because what my theory is in his first year, he tried to come in and kind of emulate exactly what Bill Belichick did, what he saw Bill Belichick do in New England, and he tried to emulate, that year one. He tried to be that tough guy, hard guy. But not only was that not working, I don't know if that was really even something he was. I don't even know if that was the kind of person he is. He seemed like more of a. It don't seem like Belichick kind of seems.
He's like a like robot. A troll under a bridge, and you got to do like some sort of answer the question from a troll under a bridge to pass. That reminds me of Patricia. He reminds me of a troll under a bridge, and if you ain't getting the question answered correctly, you're definitely not passing the bridge. But with the Lions, you just fall over into the water and hit a dam and say, screw it. That's kind of what happens here with Patricia. Let me know in the chat, folks. Let's turn this to an informal poll. Are you happy that Matt Patricia is gone? Hit that like button. I have a feeling there's a lot of people that's happy he's gone. So let's see those likes go up, whether you're watching live or you see this after the fact. But let's switch a little bit into the Chicago Bears game. Mark Orem from Orem's Forum, what impressed you the most about the Lions' victory over the Chicago Care Bears?
Well, what impressed me the most was the aerial attack. The aerial attack impressed me a lot. Stafford throwing for 400 yards, tying Tom Brady for, I think it was 10th most for 400 yards, I want to say. But it's just the whole kind of aerial attack impressed me because they didn't run the ball very well at all. They only rushed for 60 yards, so they had to throw. And guys like Marvin Jones finally stepped up good, which he's been kind of doing as of late. And Hawkinson's doing his thing. I was really impressed with that. So if you can't run the football and then defenses know you're throwing and you still manage to throw for a ton of yards and get in the end zone 3 times, I think that's very impressive, man. I think that's very impressive that they did that. And the O-line blocking was pretty nice that day too as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of good things going in here. And Antonio Hightower, what impressed you the most in this game? I know not a whole lot impresses you, but if you can think of one thing, I know that's tough. Just let the folks, what impressed you the most?
Man, what impressed me the most? Because that was not an impressive win to me, but it was more of a depressing win. I was like, dang.
SOL win, SOL type win for sure.
I don't care. I don't care if we win by 1 or 100.
I guess what impressed me the most was, Stafford. I mean, I don't think he was amazing, but he made the plays that he had to make. Right? He's played better this season, but he's also played worse this season. He made the plays he needed to make. He made he hit Cephas when he was open. Marvin Jones when he was open. Not impressive play, like on these touchdowns. Not impressive plays, but these are plays that you would want Stafford to make that kind of been up and down all year. I think, Stafford was probably the thing that impressed me the most in that game.
Stafford, man, he had one good game, and that is hashtag facts on facts. The Dern, I kind of have an idea what you're going to say because after the game, you mentioned this one specific player that no one really talked about. What impressed you the most?
Who played right tackle for us, boys?
There we go. I knew it.
There he is.
Mr. Matt Nelson. Okay. Khalil Mack. The dude didn't record a stat during that entire game. He was supposed to get a sack, one sack, but it was negated on a penalty.
Yeah.
Mack got shut out by Matt Nelson, an undrafted free agent, former defensive player turned into a right tackle. He got shut out by him.
He got shut out, and Mack,
and you can't ask for anything better than that.
Mack was supposed to get a sack, but he got Nelson's sack, and that's the type of stuff that we like to see upon this offensive line.
One other thing. Yeah. Did you see Ragnow Pancake? One guy that Hicks. Oh, man.
Hicks. Yeah, that was nice.
And Hicks got mad.
That was crazy good, man. Yeah.
There's nothing better than being more physical than the Chicago Bears. There's nothing better.
Ragnow continue to show why he's an elite level center.
Yes,
100%.
100%. That guy needs to be to the Pro Bowl, in my opinion. With the Lions' victory, with the Lions victory that we had on Sunday. If you look upon like ESPN graphics, you see a little lion there. He's starting to come up to a playoff push, possibly. Do you think the Detroit Lions, with the win against the Chicago Bears, Mark Orem from Orem's Forum, can they make a playoff push?
You know, and they can't do this to me again, man. It's just the games we have, like Dern said earlier, we have probably the toughest schedule last 4 games of the season for a single team. Playing guys, we play the Packers, we play the Titans, Tampa Bay. Then we got to go to Minnesota, and then Minnesota comes here. But the one thing I could say, 3 of those games are at home. Not that matters. It seems like this year, but I don't see a playoff run. It's going to be so hard to win these next 2-3 games. It's going to be we are playing a really good Packers team. That's just, you know what I mean? That's a good football team, man. That's a really good football team. Tennessee's no joke, and neither is Tampa. Tampa Bay's kind of like up and down, but their record is good. But I can't see a playoff run, guys. I don't see it unless we win the next, maybe. If we win the next 2, then okay, then ask me that again.
Woo! Hey, I'll take that answer. Dern, what say you? Can the Lions make a run?
Oh, well, I just sent a pretty funny meme to you guys on Twitter, and I feel like that. That's how I feel. It shows you the whole graphic where the Lions are in the hunt. And it has the guy going, don't do that to me. Don't give me hope.
Exactly.
Because we have the hardest schedule remaining. So I don't believe we can. I would be very, very surprised if we do.
Antonio Hightower, the most unoptimistic human being to walk planet Earth. Do the Detroit Lions have a chance to make the playoffs?
Yeah, they definitely do have a chance to make the playoffs. I hope they don't.
I knew we'd say that. I knew you would say that, Antonio.
I hope they don't. I want a good draft pick, but the Packers, I think the Packers are beatable. I mean, we should have beat them earlier this year, but the offense turned it to nothingness, and then the defense was like, oh, well, y'all just gonna be trash. I guess we'll be bad too. Yeah. Because Aaron Rodgers is kind of cooled off. Marquez Valdez-Scantling has hands like Tom Brady. Aaron Jones kind of began injured, and he hasn't been dominating as much as he used to. I don't know if Kenny Clark is back yet, but if he is, that's a huge thing to get back. I think you can get the Packers, and with the Lions, the Packers and Lions games are like insanely unpredictable. Mm-hmm. I think we could beat the Titans. The problem is Danny Shelton, right? We can beat the Packers, but without Danny Shelton, it's going to be kind of tough. Danny Shelton was like he was really starting to become dominant in run defense. Like there was times when him and Pennicini was like, well, if the linebackers are not going to make the play, we'll make the play. They're not getting past us. Bullying interior offensive linemen. Him being gone was a lot of stress on Pennicini in that game because the Tennessee Titans have a pretty good offensive line. Their first-round right tackle, Isaiah Wilson, I think he just getting off of IR. So he's going to be coming back. We're going to see how that impacts their running game because they already have a pretty good offensive line. I think we can attack them defensively. Their secondary isn't really anything special. Their D-line isn't anything special. Their linebackers isn't anything special. So it really comes down, can you even slow down Henry? Because it also depends. Anybody know if Trey Flowers coming back yet?
I heard he's not bloomed yet, so the flower's going to come out in a little bit, but I'm not sure if he's blooming just yet.
Flowers?
Because getting Trey Flowers back would be huge too, because he also hugely improves our run defense.
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back this week. I don't think he is. I don't think he's ready yet. I know the window's open.
I'm mostly talking about
when it comes to can we make a playoff run? I don't know, folks. I just want to win on Sunday. That's all I know. Why do I want to win? Because it's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
And I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. So let's go and defeat them at home. Yeah, they have a good offense. Yeah, they got all these good players. Yeah, but we have a Pennicini. And when you drop the big P, and you can stop that with a strong D, you can break anyone's back.
Yeah.
Anyone's back.
Oh,
Just ask North the Ford, and you'll be good to go, folks. We're now going to get into matchups here, but here in a little bit, folks, we were going to do the mailbag segment. That will be at 7:15, so get ready for your questions. Do hashtag Lions or hashtag whatever fan of a team you are. We will do that in about 20 minutes, but right now we're going to do matchups. But before we get to the matchups, do you think the Detroit Lions are going to win this game? Put Y for yes and for no. Let me know. I'm curious to see what the chat thinks. Can the Lions win that game? Matchups, Mark. Detroit Lions offense versus the Green Bay Packers defense. What is a key matchup you're looking forward to on Sunday?
Well, one of the key matchups I'm looking forward to is that O-line versus that D-line. Because last meeting against Green Bay all the way week 2, Green Bay pretty much dominated that front right there. They dominated that front. Stafford had problems all day. He got sacked like 4 times. Took a couple bad sacks himself. Bad interception. They couldn't really run the football. Everything was short for Detroit. Everything was short for Detroit because the guys that had big days were Hawkinson and Swift back in week 2. We couldn't get really anything going with Marvin Jones and Cephas and Hall at the time when he was here. So I want to see that O-line dominate their defensive front. So to give Stafford some time so we can hit those guys deep, get some deep routes going, because we need to protect Stafford. He can't get sacked 4 or 5 times. If he does, then we're not going to win this football game.
Yeah, we can't allow Stafford to become Sackford because we'll definitely be on his backford, and that will be wraps for the season. What's going on, Packers Nation? Welcome to the chat. If I haven't shouted you out, just let me know. People coming in, K-Som, what's going on? One Pride Nation, subscribe to his channel. He's a Lions YouTuber. Dern, what is a key matchup you are looking forward to? Lions for life as well, that you're looking forward to. Detroit Lions offense versus Green Bay Packer defense.
He hit it pretty well with our offensive line versus their front 7. Is Swift playing in this game or is he not? I have no clue.
I think he's going to be a game-time decision.
Game-time decision. I'm thinking that too.
I think we will be much more successful if he plays.
Yes.
And if he doesn't play, I don't think we're going to run the ball well, to be honest with you. I'm going to bring up something here. Hawkinson, he is first in receptions.
Woo!
He is first in yards.
Woo!
Beasting it, man. He's beasting it this year.
First in yards after catch. This is all for the NFC.
Yep.
First in receiving first downs.
Woo!
First and 10-plus yard receptions.
Woo!
Tied for second in receiving touchdowns. And tied for third and 25-plus yard receptions.
Woo! Here.
We need to get this guy the ball. I don't know if any of their linebackers will be able to cover him.
No, can't cover
No.
TJ.
No, he had a good game last time versus them. So I can't see him not having a good game again.
Antonio Hightower, key matchup that you're looking forward to, and this will be Detroit Lions offense versus Green Bay Packer defense.
The main key matchup I'm kind of looking forward to is really just how does, because I can't really say offensive line versus defensive line because I think the offensive line pretty solid last time. I think the real question is how does Stafford look against his defense?
Yeah.
Because last time he was missing open receivers, he was holding the ball too long. A lot of this year, I've noticed that Stafford for some reason thinks he's Russell Wilson, trying to run around too much, trying to create too much. I'm like, man, I'm faster than you. You shouldn't be moving around as much. But it really comes down to for me to Stafford. Also, how much do they get TJ involved with the game? I think they could still use TJ better. Mm-hmm. As much as they're using him, I think they're kind of using him because Golladay isn't there. But you should be using him because he's really good. Like, you shouldn't be using him as a replacement for Golladay when you could do that. But I feel like you should already been using him like, this guy's a premier tight end. I still think they didn't get it. Like, I like some of the tight end screens they be doing with him, stuff like that. Just getting him more involved with the offense. But really, for me, the matchup is Stafford versus, I guess, Mike Pettin, the defense coordinator. Because last time Stafford, he did not look good against that defense at all.
No.
Yeah, that's definitely. You know, for me, it's going to be the running game. You know, it just depends who's running because we need to be able to keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Our defense is definitely the weakest point for our team. The best way to help a defense out, sustain long drives, that's running the football. We need to run the football regardless. Like, we got to have long, sustained drives. I love scoring. You know, you go score a quick touchdown, but guess what happens? Aaron Rodgers just comes right back in the field, and he tears apart our defense. Our linebacking core is trash. And you know he's going to target that all day long. So if we can just control the clock on offense and run the football, hopefully Swift is there and we can utilize his skill set the whole game. If not, Adrian Peterson, maybe get Jamal Agnew involved a little bit more. It's important that we run the football some way, somehow. I'm not happy with Kerryon Johnson. I don't think he's going to do a whole lot. I kind of threw him away like the linebacking core, but to me it's just control the clock and run the football. Swift, AP, Agnew in there, and get first downs. Just on third down, convert the first down. Let's do 7-8 minute drives. We do that, we're good. You know, you keep our defense on the sideline because if they're tired, they're really bad, and they're normally bad. So Darrell Bevell, do these aggressive plays as well, but do these long, sustained drives and just make it easier for Frog Crop so he can smile because he is a member of mine. If you want to become a member, you can go ahead and hit that big join button and become a member like Frog Crop and Dr. Detroit and who else is in here. Do that. So is there any other matchup you're looking forward to, but we switched the topic to go the other way around, fellas?
For not really, no.
Not really? Okay, so
let's for what again?
Let's go ahead and talk about, and we're going to switch this up a little bit here, and we're going to go Detroit Lions defense versus the Green Bay Packers offense. Mark Orem, this is a tough task.
Yeah, well, this is really tough task because I'll be honest, man. I'm not expecting. I don't really expect much from this defense anymore. Mm-hmm. It's like you said, Mike. You touched on it a little bit earlier. We go down and score, and what happens? Aaron Rodgers comes on and just goes boop, 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 right down the field, 7 points. You know what I mean? So, like last week, we made a play. We made 2 good plays in that game. I thought. Obviously, it was the strip sack, and then it was the fourth. It was the 4th down and 1 where Kevin Strong stuffed David Montgomery, and we won the game. But when was the last time we seen the defense prior to that make a play? It's been forever. So I've basically come to the conclusion, or just the reality of, okay, we're not going to make any plays. We're not going to intercept the football. We occasionally get a sack. We don't really get any fumbles every now and then. We just don't make plays. You know what I mean? So last time we played the Packers, they gashed us for like 260 yards on the ground, eh? Like Aaron Jones had 160 himself. So it was crazy. Who's going to stop? Are they going to even attempt to stop the run game? And last time we played them, Devontae Adams was banged up. He only played a few snaps. I think he pulled a hammy. So now he's 100% healthy and he's balling right now. So I don't know where these defensive players are going to come from. Everything scares me. There's not just one area I can focus on, Mike. It's the whole defense. I just don't trust them, man. I don't
trust the defense either, but what I do trust is in about 11 minutes, we're going to go to you guys for the mailbag segment. So get your questions ready. We're going to do a rapid fire. We're going to have fun. The segment goes to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be Detroit Lions because guess what? I got subscribers from Saints fans, Green Bay fan, all sorts of different. So get your questions ready. Hashtag Lions or hashtag whatever team you're a fan of. We're going to go to you in 11 minutes. Dern, Detroit Lions defense versus Green Bay Packers offense. Key matchup. What do you think?
Oh, man. It's going to be a long day, I'm afraid. But the only thing I can really hope for is Corey Unlin does way different than Patricia does the first time. Mm-hmm. Don't rush 3 constantly. Make sure you stop the run first. But we got to face Jones as the running back, Adams as a wide receiver, Rodgers as the quarterback. Tanyan's starting to get fire as their tight end. What do you do?
Excellent.
The only hope we have is literally Scantling dropping the ball constantly. That's what we have right there.
Yeah, that's
Alan Lazard is back. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have much hope for our defense. Is Trufant playing? I don't think Okudah's playing.
Do you want Trufant to play? He'll step out there and he'll pull a hammy.
He's hurt.
Play.
Yeah,
he's
I mean, he's better than Darrell Roberts.
He's the most injury-prone player next to Ezekiel Ansah.
Right.
It's like you got.
I'd almost want Darrell Roberts out there instead of Trufant at this point.
He actually's not been playing as bad as you think.
I hope Okudah plays. I want him to be on Adam. I want him to get that experience.
Yeah, we need to have elite Jared Davis play.
He's elite.
I hope we do some zone instead of man.
He's super elite.
Yeah, he's so elite. Hey, Antonio Hightower, what is a key matchup that you're looking forward to for Detroit Lions defense versus Lions offense? Packers offense.
It's the Detroit Lions D-line versus that Packers O-line, because last time they got dominated. And the problem is you're missing your top two. You're missing your top D tackle, and you're missing your top defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Frightening.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be a long day, Antonio. It's going to be a long day, man. Hopefully we all got our 12-pack sitting right next to us, because I know I'm going to have one, man.
I'm live streaming this bad boy.
Because
another tooth may be flying out my mouth with the amount of trash that defense is going to lay.
Because the last time they played, Trevor Roberts was the only dude who didn't look completely trash. But now he's gone, and Sheldon was turning on late. Now he's gone. Mm-hmm. And that Packers O-line has been playing great.
Yes.
And they got a great O-line coach. Ugh. That is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to I don't know how they're gonna get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what they're gonna do against that O-line. Last time, it got better since last time, but the problem is the two reasons it got better, not even gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Versus that, I guess they're going to blitz, but then you got Trufant out. I don't know if Okudah's gonna play. Even then, somebody's got to guard Devontae Adams, and I don't know if either of them are ready yet. Right. I don't know what they can do.
You know what they're going to do, and this is something that is the most underrated player right now, probably in the NFL. How about Romeo Okwara? This guy he is underrated. The guy's getting sacks, making plays. The dude needs to get paid, just like y'all need to hit that like button. Let's get those likes up to 73. 73 in the chat. Let's get that up right now with a 40. Romeo Okwara has been making play after play after play. He's getting sacks. He's really coming along. I think Everson Griffin on the other side is helping him out. For the matchup that I'm looking forward to is the defensive ends. We're talking about Romeo Okwara and Everson Griffin. These guys need to get pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and if you can't sack him, at least frustrate him. At least slow down his motions here, because if he stands in the pocket or he gets a chance to roll out, we're in a world of hurt. The linebacking core is utter trash. I do not take anything that they do seriously. It's literally the most underrated group, the most trash group in all of football. And we need to really have help from Romeo Okwara. He's got to make a play like he did last week, and he's got to make sure Aaron Rodgers is feeling the heat. And Everson Griffin, look, you played against this guy for years. This is the game here, folks. If you win this game, you still have a chance to make the playoffs. But if you lose, it ain't happening. This is your season right here. Remember that on the back of your mind. Everyone that dogs the Detroit Lions defense, take it personal, because you're going against one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, and you got to pull out this win, and you got to make a play. And if you can get some pressure, maybe Amani Oruwariye can get a turnover. Maybe that can happen. But this defensive line is the key towards this game. Mark, do you kind of agree with that?
Oh, 100%. This defense has got to take it personal. This defense has to take this personal. Guys like Griffin need to step up. This is a division game. You're at home. You have to get, and the one thing about Rodgers is, and it's probably about every quarterback in the NFL, but especially Rodgers, I've noticed over the years, if you hit him and you get to him, he bitches, he complains, he cries. You get under his skin mentally. You know what I mean? You get under his skin, you get in his brain, you do all that stuff. You bug him, you bother him, you talk to him, and and Griffin's that guy. Griffin's that guy that will literally get in his ear for 4 quarters. That's what they need to do, man. They have to take this is the biggest game of the year, obviously. Now it's win out or you're done. So take one game at a time, but you have to get to Rodgers. I totally agree with you, Mike.
And that's the one thing I missed about Ndamukong Suh. He got into people's faces, and he was a disruptor. And I'm not talking about just on the field, but he was a mental disruptor. Yeah. This dude was furious, and Aaron Rodgers hated him, and I loved it. So we need to have Everson Griffin and Romeo Okwara do that for us on Sunday, Dern.
Yeah, I was about to bring up that. Do what the Bucs did a couple months ago. Suh was hitting him. He was trash talking him, just like what you guys are saying. And that's literally how you get to Rodgers, is you start hitting him a lot and you get in his mind.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
And we got to be able to do that. But with that said, it's time to transition to the best segment of the show. And this is called the Mailbag segment. If you're new to my channel, we take questions from the viewers, from the subscribers. If you want a question answered, do hashtag Lions or hashtag Saints, whatever team you're a fan of. You will ask it, we will answer it. And if we miss it, you just simply repost the question. It's not because we're ignoring it, it's because we didn't see it. If you want to ask me personally, go on ahead. If you want to ask us as a group, we shall do it. If you want to ask Antonio Hightower, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for you, because his answers is probably very vague and not positive. So get those questions ready.
We love you, Antonio.
You got to have an Antonio in everyone, and he's our Antonio, and that's the way we treat him. Hit that like button though too as well, because we got 47 likes with 83 people in the chat. Let's get this thing going. Let's get go. Ote Champ, he says hashtag Saints, chances of getting the number 1 seed very high. I think they
have the best chance.
Yeah, they got. To me, it's like 80% chance at this point. I think that they got it. So I think you're good to go.
They're playing well with their backup quarterback, and once Breeze comes back, you're fine.
Yeah, you're playing with your backup quarterback. You're still winning. Drew Brees will come back. He'll still win. We know what it is. It's not like I think you got that number 1 seed locked up, and you'll have a bye week there, Mike. 100%. Let's see here. Lions fan chat sports. I have not seen you in here before, so welcome to the chat. He says, do you think we could get Sherman? Who do you got today, Rams or Pats? Do you think Golladay will be going into free agency? Do you think Stafford is going to free agency? Well, Stafford's under contract, so that's not going to happen. Sherman,
he's getting traded, though.
What's that?
Maybe.
He's getting traded, though.
He might be.
It all depends on who the GM and the head coach will be. I think if they got a defensive-minded head coach like a Robert Salah, I think Stafford stays. I think that would be – and if you wanted to get Richard Sherman, there you go. That would be the connection there for Robert
That's
Salah.
The only way Sherman comes.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah, he's already – man,
Richard Sherman, though?
I don't even know if I even want Richard Sherman.
I'm happy with Okudah and Amani Oruwariye as the guys going forward, and Coleman's still under contract. I mean, if you look at and we got Roberts, who's not that bad as a backup, so probably not unless you want a trash talker. It's always good to have one of those. And he says Rams or Pats. I got the Rams.
I got the Rams as well.
Yeah, I got the Rams for sure, and I think that I don't think New England is who they used to be. They're not who they are. Galladay, I don't know. It depends again who our GM is.
He's gone.
Gone. Okay, he says
I think they'll franchise him and trade him.
That's what I think they're going to do. They're going to franchise him and try and trade him.
That's what I hope happens.
That would be awesome. That would be legit awesome. Just like if we had 85 likes, that would be legit awesome. One Pride Nation, he's a Lions YouTuber. He says, should the Lions hire Adam Gase as their next head coach?
Yes. Stop it. Dude, stop it right now, One Pride. Stop it right now, or I'm putting you to bed.
An overall pick.
That is nearly almost a bannable question on here. Are you kidding me?
He's joking, though.
We literally had the second. I know he's joking. We had the second worst head coach, and then we downgrade to the worst head coach.
But imagine the Lions with a top 3 pick.
Hey, man, Greg Williams made sure that they were locked in that number 1 pick, last week. He made sure. He definitely made sure on that play.
The last play of the game.
All out blitz.
Chicken
Wow.
Wing. Again, I have never seen you in here. Welcome. He says, do you think we have a chance into the playoffs without a win on Sunday? Do you think we will have Golladay on Sunday? In my opinion, if we lose, it's over. 8-8. Come on now. Like it seems extremely unlikely. Like the waters would have to part for Moses. The angels would have to sing. A miracle would have to happen. A virgin birth. All sorts of crazy stuff.
It is Christmas. It's almost Christmas.
But the last time something like that happened was over 2,000 years ago, and I have a hard feeling that will happen again, especially on Detroit's watch. But to me, you have to win Sunday. You got to win out. 9 wins. To me, you get that wild card spot. You're going against the Chicago Bears, got the same record. Minnesota Vikings. You got who else? Even now, the Giants and the Washington football team is got
both looking good.
Yeah, they're starting to get up in there.
Washington football Wizards, they're looking amazing.
They look good, man. They beat the overrated Steelers. I tell you, Steelers are overrated. I've been saying that all year, man. Steelers,
I called the Washington win. I said it was going to happen, and people go, "Why?" I says Montez Sweat and Chase Young.
They were ball in that game, man. Chase Young, man, that kid came off that line on that 1 goal line stand, man, and stuffed up Snell. Woo, was that kid quick, man? And Montez Sweat, he can get up, man. He's got paws on him. He knocked down a couple passes, man. They're set for a year in that defensive line, man. Years.
Win by defensive line. The Giants did it in 2008. I mean, they beat the undefeated Patriots because that defensive line was so good. Lions fan chat sports. What do you think of the release of Marvin Hall Jr. and Isaac Nada? Interestingly enough, I actually heard Darrell Bevell talk about the Marvin Hall release. I don't think it was performance related. I think it was off. He said, there was just things that we didn't agree on. It was not those exact words, but it seemed like there was off-field issues of why Marvin Hall was released. Isaac Nada. Well, he's kind of been on and off the
not a problem.
Not a problem.
Yeah, just like, hey, Sue's gone. We got not a problem.
It's just that whenever somebody gets released off this Lions team, Lions fans go ballistic. Like we released Jerry Rice and Tony Gonzalez. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's Marvin Hall Jr., man. The guy is at best a number 4 on this team as a wide receiver. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, man. Quintez Cephas proved he's not as fast as Marvin Hall, but man, he was on a deep route and he beat his man. And he's not supposed to be fast. And he
move too.
And it was a veteran move with a little bit of a push off, man. He did what he was supposed to do. So I'm not too worried about the releases of those 2 players, man. They're good players. They'll latch on somewhere else. I think Hall even latched on to Cleveland, but I'm not sure what Nada did though. So, but I'm not missing out.
What say you, Antonio Hightower? What do you make of the Hall release?
The Hall release kind of caught me off guard. I mean, I thought they were gonna release him in training camp. So I mean, I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it this late in the season. Nada. I don't know what they're doing with Nada. I guess they like Hunter Bryant. I don't know why. He didn't really show anything in college to make you like him. But I guess they're kind of rolling with I don't know what it is with them and Nada. I really don't. Every time they play him, he looks good. But
to the Nada.
Right. They just keep releasing them. I mean, probably because they don't use tight ends that much, so that might be it.
Oh my God! I just seen we got a super chat from Frog Crop.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo! $10 super chat. Frog Crop is the man. He's not only super chats, but he's a member of my channel. He says, "I want to say this, guys. They need the energy all day against the rest of the games this year, like they showed us second half in the Bears game. We need Swift healthy mentally." Physically now, 100%, 100 freaking %. We need to have a healthy Swift. We need to go in there energized. I think we need to be aggressive. I think we need to kick them in the 2 points of contact. We need to go in there and be angry. Be angry, fellas. What do you think about that? Angry?
Well, yeah, man. You got to play angry, man. You have to come in mentally and physically ready. That's what it's all about. It's all about mentality a lot, man. I'm telling you, man, this game, football is a tough sport. not only physically, but really mentally on you. And you have to be ready in all phases.
Again, shout out to Frog Crop for dropping that $10 super chat. He's always doing that. He is an MVP of this channel. Richie says, would the Lions get Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh?
No. Harbaugh.
There was a couple of videos put out. I see it on YouTube saying the Lions are going after him. That's fake
Please,
news.
dear God, no.
It's not happening.
No.
It's
no,
fake news. Okay?
Probably the worst choice
any
besides that
college
of Gase.
coaches. If you're going after any college coaches, he should be the last one you go after.
Man, Jim Harbaugh is moving to Egypt. He's not going to be welcome in Michigan after what he's doing, or anywhere the farthest place that he can go from Michigan, he's going.
After he left Michigan State this year, he basically punched his
Would that be in China? The opposite side.
Well, whatever, man. You know, this ain't geography, man. This ain't geography, bro. I'm just saying, Egypt's far away. No, it's not close.
I don't want him near the pyramids, man.
You can't drive there. You can't drive to Egypt.
It's like his team.
I'm just saying, man, he's gone, man. He's going to get in an RV and he's just going to go somewhere and probably just drive around America for a while, man, and just like until gas runs out, and then he'll just walk the rest of the way. He'll be like the guy from Kung Fu Master. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Just walk the earth, man, with no shoes on.
Oh, man.
That's it, man. Goodbye. See ya.
Saint Chakarov, I destroyed that name. I'm sorry. He says, hear me out. Bill Bryant is general manager. Adam Gase is head coach. Dan Quinn, offensive coordinator. Matt Patricia is defensive coordinator.
I love it.
Championship leadership.
Don't think I'm confused about his Dan Quinn because he's a defensive coach.
That's a little different. That's true. That's even. You know what? That's even better though. Dan Quinn as the offensive coordinator. I think I just threw up on my mouth a little bit.
Hey, if you're wanting to go 0-16,
that's a good one.
You should have done that last year so you could get Trevor Lawrence. That would have been a Trevor Lawrence move right there. But no, that's not it. Keys to victory if Swift plays. Give the ball to Swift. Chew clock. Keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline, and we can win like this. That's #Vax. And Otay is the champ. He knows exactly how to win football games. You are 100% correct, and that's why you are a valued subscriber of mine. And we got here Steelers. You think they go 15-1? I'm predicting 13-3 in the games that have come up. Yeah, I think they'll go 14-2. I think they'll lose another game, but
I don't know the schedule.
I in all honesty, probably last game of the week. You know, they're probably not going to be the number one seed now. You got to think probably Kansas City's going to get it. So you would probably assume the last game of the year that they do, they're going to rest their starters. So that's probably going to be an L. If they're not the number one seed, that's what I would do. What say you, Dern?
I think they could lose 2 to 3 games because I'm looking at their schedule and they have the Bills this week. Then the Bengals, they'll probably beat the Bengals. The Colts and the Browns. The Browns are playing pretty well.
Yeah,
and so are the Colts.
They are.
I can see it.
Yeah, but your Steelers, they're definitely a good football team, and it just all depends to me on seeding and kind of what they're going to do. I think they'll win. I think they'll win quite a bit of games left, probably 3, and then maybe they'll rest up on that last one. Do you think Spielman would be a good coordinator? I don't think so. I think he would be a good helper to help personnel.
Linebackers.
Player
he could be a linebacker
coach. Or linebacker coach.
Yeah,
linebacker coach. That's it.
Yeah. Player personnel, linebacker coach. I think that would be good there, Al Dog. And thank you for stopping in. Is there a future for Kerryon Johnson? The future is at Burger King, not in Detroit, though. No, not here. Detroit's done.
Yeah, he's not going to be in Detroit, I don't think, next year.
No.
I can't see it happening, man.
It's really hard, though, because how do you get rid of him when you don't have a lot of cap space to sign more people? That's why I was so mad when we cut Ty Johnson. Because we had a lot.
Johnson.
Yeah,
if you watch him run, he's not running with speed. He's not running with power. He's still nicked up again with his knee. Power. Weren't you high on him?
Who, me?
Yeah, were you? I'm not 100% sure. Kerryon Johnson.
He was going to be okay. I said he was going to be the second best running back on the team. That was before we signed AP. I think he's been all right. But
He's been great pass blocking, but he ain't
He can
running
block.
the ball.
He can block well. That's all he really
Yeah,
does.
fullback.
He's a very good blocker. He
blocks
catches the
us
occasional
from
ball.
getting first. He's a good blocker, but he blocks us from getting first downs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. Question. Getting home, would you be mad if they hired Josh McDaniels? Yes.
yes.
Yes,
very much.
yes. Very
If they
so.
hired a Patriot guy,
Hired him as what? Like, please, like, you know what I mean? Please not head coach. Like, no way.
It depends.
matter.
Not with that offense he ran with Tom Brady.
No,
Wasn't Brian DeBoll part of the Patriots at one point in time?
he was.
Yeah.
I would like him, but he's on the Bills right now.
He's
isn't
in the
he?
Bills now, and he's a hot candidate.
Yeah,
I would
he's
like
a
him.
hot, yeah. He's doing some good things at Buffalo.
if we beat the Packers, are we going to make – is the playoffs possible? Yes. Yes, the
Still
playoffs.
hard.
You got to think this. Look at this. The Detroit Lions play the Packers. If we beat the Packers, Vikings got to play Tampa Bay this weekend. Good chance that Tampa Bay going to pull off the W. If Chicago's been losing, they're probably going to lose.
Yep. Arizona's playing the Giants.
Yeah, Arizona's playing the Giants, and guess what? We beat Arizona, so if they have the same record, we have the tiebreaker. It's possible.
Yeah, man. The Giants are playing good football. They just beat Seattle. They just shut down on Seattle's offense.
I don't know
totally
how.
shut down. I don't know how they did it, but they did it, man. They did it. They were all over Russell Wilson, and they can get to the quarterback. That team, the New York Giants, and they will give Kyler Murray fits. They will. So it could be. Hey, man, we just need the win. That's it. We don't got to worry about anybody else. We need the win. But
You need to pretty much win out to get in.
yes.
You know what we need also is you to hit that notification bell because 10%, only a little over 900 of my subscribers have that notification bell on there, and you don't want to miss out on live shows. We anonymously just go live. It's not just scheduled. Drop videos. I got a video dropping tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. I can't wait for you to see it. So hit that notification bell and subscribe to everybody on the panel. Their information is in the description. We need to get to Mark Oram to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to Mark Oram from Orams Forum, you do that now. Hashtag Lions. What do you think of Mohamed Sanu as a Lion so far? I like it. He's done fine there, Antonio Hightower.
Yeah, he's been solid. It's kind of what I expected to be. You know, it's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be like just going to be a solid receiver. You know, you can hit him. He's got reliable hands. Smart player. You know, it's not going to change the offense, but he's not going to hold back your offense.
Facts on facts. Mark Oram, what say you?
I've been kind of impressed with him, man. I thought he was going to get called up a little earlier than he did from the practice squad, but from what he's done, man, he's been a chain mover. You know, he's brought like a little bit of spark in that offense, and he's obviously a teacher. He's going to teach those guys some things to the guys like Cephas and stuff like that. Maybe even a little bit of Hawkinson. He can get in his ear a little bit too. So I've been kind of pleasantly surprised on how good that Sanu's been. It's a nice addition. Yeah,
and he was mic'd up actually for this last game. I listened to his mic up, and it was nice to hear him all hyped, kind of being a leader. It's kind of shocking. So I was happy to see that, Dern.
Absolutely. He, like you guys said, he moved the chains pretty well. I don't think I've seen him drop a ball yet from Stafford.
No.
I was very surprised when the 49ers cut him, and I'm not quite sure why they did, but I'm glad they did because he's helping us now. And if he keeps it up, I can see him on the team next year.
Yeah, for sure. Very well. Cowboys.
It'll be cheap.
How do you think Ben DiNucci will do as their quarterback?
Is Dalton hurt again?
I didn't know. I didn't think Dalton was hurt.
I don't think Dalton is hurt. So
if Ben DiNucci is your quarterback, be very upset. Be very upset.
It doesn't.
Might as well put a wide receiver back there.
You got the red BB gun right now. And
the BB gun. That's what
and
he's
that
got.
BB gun is jammed.
That's jammed up, man. That's like Christmas Story. He'll shoot your eye out, kid.
On the panel, how is Jared David a bust if you know for a fact he's been used wrong since Matt Patricia got here?
There is no way to use Jared Davis. He sucks in every role.
He does. He can't. Yeah, he can't define his own role.
Only thing he does is blitz, and the only thing he does with blitzing is just you get him by surprise. That's really it. He can't pass rush.
Yeah.
Only thing I see him do when he blitzes is catch people by surprise. Because when people catch on, he just runs into them. Does nothing. He can't cover. He's actually a negative in coverage.
Exactly,
I remember watching
bro.
film last year, and there were times where everybody else was covering their guy, and they was like, you know that one guy right there? You know that guy named Travis Kelce? I'm gonna leave him wide open.
Yeah.
He's like a negative in coverage. He's a negative in run support. He's over pursues. He can't tackle. And we've seen him with 2 defensive coaches, and he looked horrible with both of them.
Yeah.
Man. Like when you see that.
Zero development, actually negative development.
Zero.
It is
I disagree with that because, a couple years ago, he was like top 5 in quarterback pressures. If you put him in the right situation, then I think he would be really, really good. Why is Christian Jones in there? Why don't you put Jared Davis in there instead and actually see what you have in him?
We've had
they got to be seen
for what 5
I think we
years
know we
now?
got in all of them at this moment now.
We've had
For some reason, they still have Jones in there, and he's awful. So you can't tell me
Jones has better stats than Jared Davis
because he has more opportunity. Jared
Davis sucks.
Jared Davis only really started playing decent when he stopped playing.
So why don't you? If they both suck, then why don't you give them both the same amount and see what they both can do?
Because Jared Davis ain't going to be on this team next year.
Because
I guarantee you, if you put Jared Davis on Pittsburgh, that he would go off.
Well, you put
Pittsburgh has an insane front seven.
They got a great front seven.
They put him in there for like a few plays a game, and he'd do great.
You put him
I don't know if he'd be a starter.
Do great
What?
too, because
What Jarvis Davis? I don't know, man. What Jarvis Davis does, like Antonio said, when he blitzes, he just runs straight. He has no moves. He doesn't have a move, and he catches guys off guard. You know what I mean? He's got some speed to him, which is good, but the guy has zero skills when it comes to actually rushing the passer. He can't. He doesn't have a move. You know what I mean? He's got speed. He does have speed, but he needs an all-world defensive line in front of him, and he needs an all-world linebacking crew to help him out. He's a first-round pick, bro. Like, he's first-round pick. He should be doing better than what he's doing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we don't have a great D-line. We don't have a good linebacking core at all, so it's not all on him. But, man, this guy's a first-round pick. He's got to be doing a little bit something.
His big problem is the mental side of the game, if we're being honest.
I think it is mental, too, with him. I think it's mental.
Like,
the guy's jacked up.
He doesn't understand how to cover. And the biggest thing is really maybe if he was good against the run, okay, but he's not good against the run. There's so many times I saw a play where Chicago literally ran. It was 6 people in the box. They ran it. 5 people were blocked. Christian Jones took up the center. Jared Davis, there's one hole. You know what Jared Davis does? He just kind of stands there. Running back runs right past him. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's a mental thing. That's all mental.
Yeah. He over pursues. He can't cover. He even sucks at tackling. Like, he doesn't have any passers moves. The only thing he's basically an athlete at this point.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete, man.
One argument I will make is just look at Tracy Walker and how they're misusing him as well. He's turned into garbage this year, but he was great at the free safety position. I feel like if you put Davis in the right position, he would succeed like Walker was doing at his natural spot.
I mean, I don't think they're using Walker that differently.
I think they are.
Because they've always kind of used him as a cornerback hybrid. It's one of the reasons they got rid of Diggs. I mean, when they picked up Walker, he started picking up Diggs' role as like a slot corner. Then they picked up Coleman. So now Walker, because anybody who doesn't know, Walker coming out of college was projected to be. A lot of people thought he could switch to be a corner.
To be a corner, yeah. I remember that.
But he was their free safety the last 2 years, and he was really, really good.
If you're a first-round pick,
but they always kind of use him as like a corner. Even like I remember that Eagles game last year, they tried to use him. They use him against tight ends. They use him against bigger slot receivers, even smaller slot receivers. Especially with Coleman out. And I think with Coleman out, they've used him more at corner than they actually really want to, which kind of hurt his play. But even still, I think they kind of use him as a corner anyway. Because even as a free safety, Harmon's better in that free safety role. So you don't really have
Harmon's done nothing.
Nah. Harmon's been great as a free safety. It's been amazing.
I disagree with you.
He's made some bad plays. There was a play in
that whole second,
in the Texans game where they ran. It was a play in the Texans game where he's had moments where he's like, "What are you doing?" But for most of this year, he's played pretty well.
Regarding Jared Davis, folks, and here's the honest to God truth: the linebackers that we have on this team, would they be starters? Really, anybody else, anywhere else? I'm not.
Only one who would even be a starter would be only one is Jamie Collins. He's the only one you.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
Tavai, no.
Could Jared Davis be successful?
I think Tavai would start on the
good
Patriots.
players.
He could be successful, Jared
He would
Davis,
be
but
a
you got to
role
surround
player.
him.
He's
a role.
He's got to be the guy.
Yeah. He's
You
a
gotta
role
be
player,
the
man.
guy. You're not a role. You got to be the guy if you're a first round draft pick. Eric Ebron, you need to be the guy if you're a first round draft pick. You're not right. Tracy Walker's a third round draft pick. You get a little, Amani Warrior, fifth round draft pick. Okay. But when you're a first round draft pick, Jeff Okudah, when you're a first round draft pick, TJ Hawkinson, you need to be the guy. That's the way I see it. If you're investing that much, and when you got to be he could at some point, like maybe.
So does that mean you don't like Okudah right now?
Oh, I like Okudah right now. The difference between Okudah and what's taking place is Okudah is a rookie cornerback, and Jared Davis is in his year 5?
Fourth or fifth year. Yeah.
That's a huge.
That's not even comparable, man.
No,
you can't compare that, bro.
I bet you won't play some Trace McSorley trap right now. Got some hashtag Cheeheads, go Lions. I'm just trying to go through here. If I miss it, Mom, I already got to that question here. Would you get a linebacker or wide receiver if the quarterback's gone? Yes. If the quarterbacks are gone, I am going linebacker.
Who is there?
I'm going wide receiver.
I would love Michael Parsons on this defense.
Depends who's there. Yeah, if it's Parsons,
I don't know how much I trust the Lions at developing linebackers, because as much as I like Parsons as a prospect, he is still learning the linebacker position. If anybody doesn't know, in high school he was a defensive end. He's only been playing linebacker for 2 years, and he's opted out this year, so his progression as a linebacker is already there. Like
but he's the guy, bro.
Yeah, like he has a lot of potential to be a really good linebacker.
Oh, potential.
But he has a lot of potential to be a really good linebacker, but it's stuff that he still got to learn. He's still pretty raw in coverage. He still got to learn how to read his keys. He could be better at taking on blocks. These are things he had the physical tools to do. He's also a really good pass rusher. I mean, I just say he was a DN coming out of high school. He has a lot of tools to be an amazing player.
He does.
But I don't know if the Lions can develop him.
It'll be new
head coach.
He's my favorite non-quarterback player in the draft, Micah Parsons.
What about Sewell from Oregon?
If you get Salah,
we're not going to get Penei. Okay, he's going to be the third pick of the draft.
Yeah, he'll OT number 2.
There's no shot we're getting Penei. Okay?
No, he's top 5 for sure, top 4.
He won't make it past the Bengals. They just lost their quarterback for the year due to getting hit. Penei,
I know the Bengals make bad
out of Oregon is going to be a Cincinnati Bengal.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get the tackle from Northwestern who shut down Chase Young. I forget his name. But I don't know if we want to take him that high. I
want to take a lot. If we can't get a quarterback, I want to revamp this linebacking.
But
Micah Parsons is there. You get a player in free agency. Maybe you get lucky, get a Levante David or something like that. Draft.
But if the Lions' plan is to franchise TJ and trade him, then this is a perfect wide receiver class to trade to do that. You got Jamar Chase. He's amazing. Devontae Smith has been dominating without Jalen Waddle. He 3 touchdown games. Like, I saw him have a one-handed catch over Derek Stingley, who's been the best CB in college football for 2 years now.
That was sick. Yeah.
You got Jalen Waddle, who was basically he's kind of like a Tyreek Hill type guy. You got Rashad Bateman. You got the dude from Oklahoma State, Tylan Wallace. This wide receiver class is stacked.
I am.
You know how Ruggs was
losing out on a lot of these questions. If we do not get to your questions, the best thing to do is to comment below. Once this thing is done, comment with the question, and I will get to it, because I feel bad because there's a lot of great questions coming out, and I want to get to everything. Let's do a quick rapid fire, really quick, fellas, with some of these questions, and we'll go. One more serious question: how do you feel about Brian DeBall, coordinator? I'm gonna just go. Mark, go.
I like him a lot, man. He's really starting to do good things with Josh Allen and that offense over there in Buffalo.
Let's see here. Dern, realistic. Can the defense slow down Packers offense?
No.
Agree. Eagles, what do you think about sitting Carson Wentz and starting Jalen Hurts? I'm going to answer that one. I think it's great. Wentz has been just trash. He's just been utter trash.
Great move.
Let's see. This next one's going to go Antonio Hightower. I wish you guys a great day. He's wishing me a great day, so that's not a question. But hey, Ote Champ, I appreciate you. I wish you would have a great one as well. Let's see here. Thanks. We suck. We just need some short passes, 4 or 5 yards per run. We do it that. What do you think? Do we need to just do the 4 or 5 yard pass tone, or do we need to go long distance?
You need to score points, as many points as you can. Points.
Will the Lions move on from Golladay?
Yes.
Fortunately.
I don't know. It just depends who the GM is.
Got a feeling.
Rumors on signing Juju Smith-Schuster.
Dear God, no.
Please do.
Dear God, no. Don't let go of Golladay just to get a worse guy.
No, man, we don't need TikTok Schuster.
He's not nearly as much as Golladay.
We don't need TikTok Schuster.
Don't let go of Golladay just to pick up a worse receiver.
Super chat from Wooba. Do you think the Lions should run I form with Peterson as a fullback and at least have Swift and Peterson in the same time more often? I love that idea.
Sometimes, yes.
I love it. Yes.
That idea confuses me because it's not like Peterson's going to catch the ball, and he's not a good blocker.
It's still having both of them in there, I think, would be I love the power, the idea of power. And to me, I would be down for the power I have AP and Swift there. Give Swift the ball. I think it would be fun. Could Peterson better be than Jason Kabinda in that fullback role? Probably not, but I think it would be fun to see. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Monterey Moore, what's going on, man? If I missed it, I am so sorry. There's so many comments going on here, but I appreciate so much for the super chat, Wooba. You're awesome, man. God bless you for dropping that and helping us out. Let's see here. Do you think we're going to move on from Jared Davis? Yes.
Very much.
We could have get Tre'Davious White instead of Jared Davis. Well, Jared Davis is.
Tre'Davious White is a shutdown corner, man. If we can get that guy, sign me up.
Yes, we will. I do believe we'll move on from Christian Jones. What do you guys think?
Thank God.
Hopefully.
I know. I'm with you too.
I think so too. Nobody's safe in that linebacking core except for Jamie Collins. So nobody's safe.
Nobody is safe.
No.
Is Tavai the future at linebacker?
That's a bleak future.
Hell no.
It all depends on what you do with your head coach. He's not a 3-4 or he's not a 4-3 linebacker.
He's not a starter. He's not a starter, that's for sure. He may be like on short yardage plays on goal line, maybe or something. You know, he could stuff one of the lanes, but no, man, he's not the future. He's a role player at best, and I don't know if it's with Detroit.
Swaggy, what's going on? Monterey Moore says Valenti is trash. Absolutely trash.
Total trash.
You know what? And Mike Valenti, you can kiss my 2 points of contact. You trash. Dogging a female like that, you are gutter trash.
Yeah, he's a punk, man. He's always been a punk.
He's a wannabe thug, and he's nothing but a punk, man. And I am with that. He is straight garbage trash. Let's see here. Do you think the Vikings will get into the playoffs? This is interesting.
That's tough. That's tough, man. Their schedule. What's their schedule like again? I know they got a couple tough games. Yeah. They got a couple tough ones. I don't know, man. Right now they're in it. They're in that 8th seed, right? 8th seed?
7.
They're in the 7th seed right now.
Oh, okay, 7th seed.
They play Tampa this weekend.
So it's gonna be tough for them, man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah, I guess.
And folks, that is it because the show is now wrapping up. If you got questions that did not get answered, drop it in the comment section. I will check it out. I read every single comment. I may not reply to everyone, but I do read it. And if I miss your question, I will give you an answer as best as I can do. While we close the show out, Mark, what do you got to say to the folks out there?
Hey, guys, man, I just want to say thanks a lot, man. And it's been a hot minute. I haven't been here in a bit. I was on afternoons. Now I'm back on days. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Thanks to the panel, man. It was fun. We had a great one tonight, man. It was good. Antonio Hightower. Woo!
Yeah, it's been fun to come on with you guys today. I haven't been on here as I usually am. Trade Kenny Golladay, trade Matthew Stafford, and do not hire Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Oh, that I can agree with you on that last one. Dern, what do you got to say when we close this bad boy out?
Everything will determine on what coach we get. If you get a defensive coach, you're keeping Stafford. If you get an offensive coach, he's gone.
Folks, this was a great show. I appreciate everybody jumping on. We had a great, fun time. I cannot wait for the game on Sunday. This is a big-time game for all of us, folks. It's do or die for the Lions franchise this season. Win, you still have a chance. Lose, and it's done. Before I leave, make sure you hit that like button before you jump out of this chat. Let's get this likes up to 100 by tomorrow. That would be fantastic. With that said, folks, Sunday, be here on my channel. Live watch party, Lions versus Packers. Adios.